We're now looking at page 25 in your traditions book, and we're just going back over the things that we've learned. We really don't have any new notes now for a while. So we're going to go back over the notes that we've learned in the last couple of pages so that we get them under our fingers and we get them in our heads. The first new note that we had on page 22 was our low A flat. And that low A flat looks like this. It's first valve. Play that with me, low A flat. Remember, every A flat and E flat is first valve, and every A natural and E natural is second. So now on page 23, we have the new note A natural, which is the upper A natural on the fifth line, and it's fingered second valve because all A naturals and E naturals are second. And it sounds like this. Play that A natural with me. Ready? Also on page 23, we have the upper B flat. We've had the B flat on the second line, the low B flat. This is the higher one on top of the staff, just above the fifth line. It's fingered open and sounds like this. Play that B flat with me. Ready? And let's keep going back and forth over these notes until we have them worked out. On page 24, we also have two new notes. Our first new note there is an E natural. Remember we said E flats and A flats are first valve. E naturals and A naturals are second. This E natural is on the third space of the staff, but without the flat sign makes it natural in its second valve. It sounds like this. Play that E natural with me, looking at it on the staff. Ready? And our second new note on page 24 was F sharp. So on the fourth line of the staff, just like your regular F, except that sharp sign raises it a half a step, and we use second and third valve to play it. And that F sharp sounds like this. Look at it on the staff, finger it, second and third, F sharp, and play it with me. All right, keep repeating this exercise, looking at these new notes until we have them memorized and that we're playing them without problems. Okay, this is line 94, warm-up tone builder. Let's say the counting and finger through this. First thing we have to do is look at our key signature. And in this we have three flats. The first flat is on the B line, telling us that all B's are flat. The second flat is on the E space, telling us that all E's are flat. And the third flat is on the A space, telling us that all A's are flat. So we have B flats that are fingered with no valves. All of our E flats are first valve, and all of our A flats are first valve. So let's say the counting and finger this exercise. Ready? Count and finger. 1, 2, ready, now. 1 hold 2, 3 hold 4, 1 hold 2, hold 3. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, A flat, hold, hold, rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, hold 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, hold 4. Yeah, I'm going to play it this time. You say and you finger and say the note names. So say the note names and finger while I play. Ready? Here we go. 94. 1, 2, playing. All right, keep backing this up and going through it until you can play it smooth and that we're sure of each one of those pitches. Okay, we're looking at number 95, E-flat major scale, which is E-flat concert scale for you. And it starts on the note E-flat. We look at our key signature and we have a B-flat, an E-flat, and an A-flat. So that tells us that we're in the key of E-flat because the next to last flat is always the name of the key. So we're in the key of E-flat, which means our scale will begin and end on E-flat. And we have B-flat, E-flat, and A-flat in the scale. In the book, we don't have the full scale, the full octave, because we haven't learned all those notes yet. So we're going to go over what's in the book because, like I said, we haven't learned that range yet, so we're not going to go up that high. So let's say the note names and finger here. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Now. E-flat, hold, F, G, A-flat, then down to B-flat, C, D, E-flat, hold, D, C, B-flat, then up to A-flat, G, F, E-flat, and hold. Finger with me, ready? Finger and say, now. All right, play that with me. 1, 2, ready? Now look at the arpeggio, say in finger, E flat, G, B flat, G, E flat. Okay, finger, play it with me, ready? And look at the chords at the end. We have E flat, then A flat, E flat, B flat, then E flat. Let's play that together. Ready? All right, now we're ready to go all the way through. So let's go all the way through 95. 1, 2, check the key. Keep backing that up and going over it. Get used to that leap from the A flat down to the B flat and from the B flat back up to the A flat. You'll probably have to work that out separately to get that jump so that we're not cracking it each time. But keep working over it until you have it completely worked out. Okay, this is number 96. Once again, we have no new notes here. We do have our key signature that tells us that every B is flat, every E is flat, and every A is flat. This has 3 pickup or anacrusis notes into the repeat at the beginning. And on the second line, we have a first ending that repeats back to the repeat sign, not back to the first 3 notes because they're already written out for us again. So we're going to take this from the beginning up to the breath mark in the first ending and stop. So let's say the note names and finger first. So you say the note names and finger while I play. Note names and finger. Ready? Here we go. Ready? And... All right, try that with me. Ready? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Then we repeat back. We play the pickup notes that are in the end of the first ending and go back to the first full measure after the repeat sign. We don't go all the way back to the first 3 notes. So the second time through, we'll skip the first ending and play the second. So let's do that. We're just going to start from the beginning. We'll take the first ending, repeat back to the first full measure, not the pickup notes, and then take the second ending the second time. I'll count you off, and then you start with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So from the beginning, we took the first ending, repeated back to the 4th note, which is behind the repeat sign, and then skipped the first ending and took the second one. So keep working this out until you can work it out up to speed. Okay, now we're looking at line 97, musette. First thing we look at again, as always, is our key signature. We have B flat, E flat, and A flat. B flats are open, E flats are first valve, and A flats are first valve. And in the third measure, we have something new. We have a little dot above the notes. That dot is called a staccato. And a staccato just shortens the note, puts space between it and the other notes around it. As a general rule, we say a staccato quarter note is equal to an 8th note with an 8th rest after it. So it gets a half a beat of sound and a half a beat of silence. Doesn't mean we tongue it harder, doesn't mean we go faster. We just put some space between it and the other notes. So I'm going to play this, and I want you to finger and count and listen to how I do the staccato notes. Check that key signature. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and... Notice I didn't play them any harder. I didn't tongue them any harder. I just put a little space between them and the other notes. So try that with me. Keep going over that a few times until you have it worked out. But we still have B flats, E flats, and A flats throughout. Here we go. Play with me. 1, 2, ready. So back that up and go over that until you have those staccatos where they're smooth and easy. Okay, this is line 98, Bella Bimba. Again, we have the staccatos in there, so those notes are separated. Look at our key signature at the beginning. We have a flat on the B line that tells us that all B's are flat, a flat on the E space that tells us that all E's are flat, and a flat on the A space telling us that all A's are flat. I'm going to play through this, finger and count with me, and listen to how I do the staccatos, then we'll go back and do it together. Here we go. Ready? I'll give you 2, pickups on 3, and there is a first and second ending. Here we go. 1, 2. Notice I didn't tongue those staccatos any harder. I just put a little space between them and the next note. Let's play that together. Ready? I'll give you 3. I'll give you 3 and 2. 1, 2, 3, 1. So just keep backing that up and going over it and working on making those staccatos smooth but separated. Okay, now we're on number 99, Skill Builder, which will be a test line. We have lots of accidentals marked in this. So let's go over this. We're going to go over this in 8 measure sections and stopping at that rest in the 8th measure. Let's say the note names and finger. But before we can do anything, we have to look at the key signature. Our key signature here has a flat on the B line that tells us that all of our B's are flat, a flat on the E space telling us that our E's are E flats, first valve, but there's no flat on the A space, so that means all A's are second, A natural. As we go through, we have E naturals marked in the piece as an accidental, and we have some A flats marked as accidentals. Remember, the accidental, when it's marked, lasts from where it's marked to the end of that measure. So if there's another note of that name in the measure, it is also flat or natural depending on the accidental. So let's say the note names and finger the first 8 measures here. Ready? Here we go. Ready? Now. B flat, D, E flat, E natural, F, G, F, hold. F, E natural, E flat, E natural, F, hold, hold. Notice there's also staccatos in there. So those staccato quarter notes are like 8th notes and 8th rests with a little space between them. I'll play this time the first 8 measures. You say the note names and finger. Here we go. Ready? Okay, do that with me. First 8 measures. 1, 2, ready. Now let's look at the last 8 measures. Let's say in finger, we have B flat. Then that A is a natural because there's not a flat in the key. Then we have A flat marked, then another A natural marked, then B flat, then it's back to A natural because we passed the bar line and we're back to the key signature, then B flat, then F, then E natural marked, then E flat, courtesy, it didn't have to be there, but it just helps, then C, then B flat. So you say the note names and finger while I play the last 8. Here we go, ready? And... So play that with me. Last 8 measures. 1, and ready, Now, all right, now let's go all the way through number 99. Here we go. All the way from the beginning to the end of number 99. 1, 2, ready? All right, keep working through this until you're ready to take this for a test item. Go back to the beginning of this recording for this page and go over those new notes again several times until you have those worked out, until you really know them well.